First, I want to start by giving all honor, praise, and glory to yahawah, bahasham, yahawashi, bahasham, raka, quadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the GMS Great Millstone, who want me to sharpen my iron in this truth. And shalom to you, hopeful like brothers out there pushing this truth and honesty and sincerity. My name is Yeshaya. I'm doing a video just on a few scriptures on being a man. All right, so when you come into this truth, right, you're reborn, right? You're reborn even as like a baby, right? Now you walk according to this law, right? And the ways of the yahawashi. Because before, in the world, they don't teach you how to be a man. They teach you how to be, they teach you how to be what they consider a man, which isn't a man. They teach you that, smiley, happy-go-lucky, all that other shit. They teach you like, just one wife and one, like, two kids and a dog and a white picket fence, and be kind to everybody and anybody, and they don't really know what it means to be a man, and a man of the Lord at that, and they're not supposed to know because it's not predestined for them to know that. It's part of the Lord's story. But beginning with Ephesians 4:22, and it says, that ye put off concerning the former conversations the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust, and be renewed in the spirit in your mind, and you put on the new man, which after yahawashi is created in righteousness and true holiness. Right, so you got to be able to put on that new man. You got to be able to develop into a person that's that walks according to this truth. And I believe there's a scripture in, I believe it's 1 Peter's. So like I'm a little bit slower when I use the actual book, cause I keep skipping right over it. All right, I think it's like 4-1 or 1-4. No, I think it's definitely 4-1. Yeah. So it says, we'll get 4-2. It says that no longer, this is concerned. Let me just get one. For as much as Yahawashi Mashiach suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourself likewise with the same mind. Yahawashi Mashiach is this very strong-minded person. He was an austere man, right? He was the perfect man. He was the perfect example for us to coin him in all the things that we do. I believe that's like Hebrews 12:2. Right? We always thinking about what would Yahawashi do, If I'm doing this, if I'm going through some shit and I'm concerning the brothers, and I'm like, and we're like, damn, what should we do here? And and we're all thinking in the same spirit of what's the best decision, And you think not emotionally, but you think, according to sense, right? So armor yourselves likewise with the same mind as Yahawashi Mashiach. This mind of focusness, this mind to dial in, this mind to do the work and the will of Yahawashi, right? That's that mindset to, to develop our legacy for a forever kingdom, right? And to live up to what we're supposed to be in this truth, in the body, right? And it says, arm yourselves with the same mind, for he that had suffered in the flesh had ceased from sin. He that no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh of the lust of man, but to the will of Yahawashi, right? So you no longer live in the lust of this world. You armed yourself with the mind of Yahawashi Mashiach, which gave you the strength, and that's your beginning development of being a man, right? You have to be a man. You have to gird up your loins and be a man. I believe that's in Jeremiah, right? Being a man is more than just being a fully developed individual. There's a lot of these jakes that got a full frontal cortex. I mean, that shit is developed and they're still dumb as fuck, right? So you really gotta understand that being a man, it isn't just growing a beard and walking around and shit, right? You have to grow as a man according to this truth, right? In grace and in knowledge, as I believe it says in Peter's, right? Let me get Job 38:3. I believe this is a milk scripture right here. Yeah, Khan, it says, gird up thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thou me, right? So gird up thy loins like a man. Girding up thy loins is kind of like, how they say, pick your nuts up off the floor or some shit like that, or like, grow some balls. That's basically gird up thy loins, like, what I'm saying? Like, do what you gotta do. Gird up thy loins. So That's an important thing for us to do in this truth, right? Because at the end of the day, we're going through spiritual battles on a daily basis where we're suffering greatly, right? And if you cannot gird up your loins and just do what you got to do, if you can't gird up your loins and just fast, or gird up your loins and just, you know, go through periods of time where you allow yourself to suffer and you suffer gracefully, right? If you can't do those things, then you're not gonna grow in this truth. You're not gonna grow as a man, right? How can you be an example of an uprighteous path when you're not walking up righteously? How can you have other people look up to you, look up to you as an example, you know, not as like an idol, but as an example of how you should walk when you're not walking right in the first place, right? So when I look at the brothers, you know, I go to camp and I see these brothers, you know, they act right, you know, they act right, they act as men, right? They're not, you know, fucking around in camp. They're not doing bullshit, you know. They're always on point, you know, being on point, having that focus of a man, right? I'm reading Maccabees, the 2nd chapter and the 64th verse, and it says, "Therefore ye, my sons, be valiant, and shew thyselves men in the behalf of the law, for ye shall obtain glory." All right, let me get the definition of valiant, you know, so we have no confusion here. The etymology. Do I not got etymology on this one? Oh, there it is. It says valiant, right? And it says brave, courageous, interpret in danger, right? Be worthy, be strong, right? So be valiant, be, you know, be courageous, be brave. Those are the character traits of a man in his truth, right? And that doesn't mean being like some type of boastful, you know, fucking killer and shit. Like, you know, I believe it's in, I forget exactly where. I think it might be in Galatians. It says the fruits of the spirit are gentleness and self-control, right? So being a man, it means many different things. It means you have a grasp over your flesh, right? You're brave, you're courageous, and according to this truth, right? In general, like you develop yourself in a way such, whereas the things that you do just make sense. You walk righteously, right? You walk according to yahawah. You love your brothers, man. And you fear the Lord. You fear the Lord greater than your confidence in taking another breath, man. You know? At the end of the day, it's a growing process for each person in the body, because everyone has different set times where they're going to develop and where they're going to become stronger in his truth, and when they're going to become men, right? Everyone has a different time period, you know? Some people come into truth later, some people come in, you know, sooner, but at the same time, you were reborn at that time, right? You were reborn at that time, and then you grow as men. But hopefully that was edifying, and I want to end off with all honor, praise, and glory to yahawah, bahasham, yahawashi, bahasham, raka, quadash, and shalom.